There are so many practices here at Oconomowoc High School that are both visible and behind the scenes to ensure that we stay safe at all possible times. I want to go over a few proactive safety measures that we need your help in ensuring that we follow to make sure we stay safe here on campus. First is ID badges. We need to make sure we have our IDs on at all times. When we enter a building, East Campus or Main Campus, from the outside, during the school day, you're going to need to show your ID to be able to come in. It's a safety measure and a process that allows us to ensure the students coming into the building are our actual students. It's also important to have your ID at all events. This is for a couple different reasons. It helps you get in for free, but also if there's an emergency situation where maybe you become unconscious or whatever it is, we'll be able to identify who you are and activate our safety plans around that. IDs are critical. That's why you need to have them on you at all times. Also, when it comes to IDs, we need to make sure our staff members are wearing IDs. Staff member IDs are always visible. That's the way you can identify a safe adult in the building. If we have a guest that comes into the building, they first must register in the main office, they go through a quick background check, and then they're printed a temporary guest ID badge that they should be wearing on them. It's happened before where you've seen a guest in the building who does not have their ID badge visible. This includes our Pepsi representatives, our ATM representatives, guests of the building, buildings and grounds, whatever it might be. Everybody needs to have an ID badge on them if they're an adult. If you notice somebody without one, doesn't mean it's an emergency situation. However, it does mean that you should make an adult aware that there's another adult in the building without a guest badge on. They can contact me and I'll work through the process to ensure that we're safe. So again, look for that and report if you see somebody without an ID badge or guest badge on that is an adult. All right, the other thing we need to make sure that we're doing is we're not propping doors open or opening doors for other people. We are not propping doors opening or opening doors for other people. If we prop a door open, we're only allowing somebody who is unsafe to enter our building and to potentially cause harm. The best thing we can do to stay safe is to be proactive in our safety and make sure everybody comes in through secure entrances. Even if we see one of our raccoon friends coming in late for class and they are running, and they're banging on the door, we do not open the door for them. We have to, again, enter through our safe processes and entry points to ensure that our building maintains its safety at all times. Those are the proactive measures that we can take to ensure that we stay safe at all times. When something does happen, and there is a reactive measure that we need to be able to report because somebody's not wearing an ID badge, there's a door propped open, a suspicious bag, we need to make sure we're reporting that to a trusted adult as soon as possible. We suggest you avoid email, that you don't necessarily send an email alerting us of an emergency situation because I may not check my email instantly. Rather, we need to tell an adult, a teacher, an administrator, someone in the hallway of what's going on so that they can get in touch with the people that are most important. Here are some common questions that come to some of our proactive safety measures.
What should I do if I see a door propped open?
Shut it. Worse than propping a door open is walking past a propped door. Just shut it, remove what's being there, the pencil, the piece of wood, the book, whatever it is, and return it to the office or just leave it to the side. But shut propped doors when you see them propped open.
Are there any allergy restrictions I should be aware of?
Good question. Our learning spaces are nut-free, so we cannot have nuts within our learning spaces. If you do have a peanut butter sandwich or a nut-based product that you're having for a snack or for lunch, make sure you eat it in the cafeteria and that the table is not designated as a nut-free table. We do have nut-based products for sale in our athlete vending machine in the field house. If you purchase a nut-based product, make sure you're eating it at a nut-approved, safe eating area.
What should I do if I lose my ID?
Good question. Your IDs are worth $15, so you don't want to lose your ID. If you lose it, we'll print you a new one for $15. It's also important to think about the ID not just as your entry point or as a way to identify you, but there are also important resources on the back of your ID. If you notice a friend that might need help or support, there's ways to get them the mental health resources that might help connect them to getting them the support that they need. And there's also some guidelines to follow there, and then also a number to text if you're in need of any support or help, especially outside the school day or over the summer or over the weekends if you're just struggling a little bit and need some guidance and support.